The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're on with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed. Back with another one, Cousin Ed's Corner. And this is Motivational Monday. Motivational Monday here at Cousin Ed's Corner. I am doing a bonus show. So I'm going to call this one a bonus show because I already recorded a show for today that I haven't put together to put out. But I wanted to give this message this morning from the heart after taking in yesterday of Father's Day. So before we go into today's show, thank each and every one of you for just being here, especially yesterday. All of the well wishes, all of the kind words for Father's Day. Thank y'all very much. Thank you for just liking, follow, sharing, commenting on the show, on our social media pages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did a live yesterday morning. Thank y'all for jumping in the live and commenting on that as well. If you haven't already seen the live, please go over to Instagram. You can check the live out there on Instagram under Cousin Ed's Corner. Cousin Ed's Corner. And I have another post I'm going to put up that I talked about in the live that is just how I started my day. It's how I started my day. And going into meditation. Actually, no. I went into church first with my dad. And after going to church with him, having a chance to experience some other great things. So my day started off wonderful yesterday morning. Did some exercises, worked out, stretched, then ended up going into church with my dad. So I'm just thinking through my day right now, so sorry. But going into church with my dad and having a great word shared with us yesterday. Great word shared with us yesterday. That's what the other post is about. It's about the other podcast is about the word that got shared, but I'll give you a brief highlight. Mark chapter 5, I think it was 30 to the end, like 42, something like that. But it talks about having faith in God, believing in God, knowing that he can do all things, even resurrect the dead, even healing Mary from the bleeding from 12 years. So many things that he can do when people don't have or do have the faith, right? She had the faith of standing in a crowd and touching the hem of his garment. The father had faith to go and get the Messiah and bring him to his daughter because she was sick. But how many of us have the faith, and how many of us give up the faith, right? So that's how my day started with that sermon. Leaving church, still wanting to go and meditate and think about that. And normally, y'all know I go first thing in the morning and meditate, but I decided to go to church first, and then some wonderful things happen after going to church. So something in me said, go ahead and go and meditate. And went ahead out there. The park was full. The lake was full. And I got a great parking spot. It was not my normal parking spot, but I got a great parking spot. And while sitting there, and I'm trying to post this other video today. While sitting there, I had a chance to watch a father and son have a moment like no other that this kid will always remember for the rest of his life. They went kayaking together, right? And the kid has to be no older than 10. I promise you, no older than 10. But he was able to navigate and be independently get down to the lake with his kayak. Dad had one, he had one. Pull his kayak down to the bottom of the lake. Get in the kayak, and him and his father go out on the kayak. That right there had me, right? Something that had me. I'm like, man, those times with your kids that they will never get back, or even you won't get back, or even somebody from the outside experiencing that was amazing. I was like, man, this is, capturing that, not only in your memories, but I had a chance to capture it on the phone. It was amazing, right? So at the same time, I'm watching my surroundings, and I'm watching a family to my left gather and start walking down the hill. And as they get to the shoreline, one gentleman actually sits down on the shoreline, and the family surrounds him. So it was serene for me, because I'm like watching like a movie. You know how when you're watching TV or watching a movie, you can see scenes set up, and you're thinking about what the scene is about. And it hit me. Today's Father's Day. He's sitting down. Everybody's head is kind of bent, somber. And I said they're probably putting the ashes of their loved one out into the lake. And you can see some people, crying. Somebody's consoling them and everything else. Now, I don't know, was it a father, grandfather, uncle? I don't know if it was a female that they was sharing their ashes, but they were definitely mourning someone. So as I sat there and watched that, and in the back of that, further out, was the father and son. And one was celebrating life, and one was celebrating the life of someone, right? And it just, man, lets you know that tomorrow's not promised. Love the person you're with while you have them. Cherish them while you have them. If you have your parents, you have your uncles, you have your loved ones, cherish them while they're here, because one day they'll be gone. They will be gone. Cherish them. Cherish the memories and moments you have with them. I too have to force myself sometimes to do things that I may not want to do, but I'll sacrifice for the sake of others. And I'm going through this whole other series of your divine self, right? But I think part of what we have to do is remember that others deserve us too, right? And when I say that, the memory that the father gave that child, he'll never forget. And even though the father may not have wanted to be around, they may have wanted to sleep in, may have wanted all these things, sometimes you have to sacrifice those moments for others, because it builds them in different ways. Builds them in different ways. That's a whole nother series. I just want to talk about Father's Day. All right, I was going down a path, but I sent my condolences to that family. And as I left the park, right, I had to, I'm already filled with so much, right? I've overstimulated, let's say that much, right? And been to church, worked out that morning, had a great morning, meditated, went to church, spent time with my father, surprised him when I got to church, had a chance to see a bunch of people in the church that I normally don't see. Like I said, I've been going to Bedside Baptist for a while. So I got a chance to see a lot of people that I normally don't see. I do speak to them in text and everything else, but chance to see a lot of people that I don't see, kids that I coach, parents, one of my coaches that I coach. I mean, there's so many different people, right? So then I go try to let some of that, go and do a show, see all of this happen. As I'm leaving the park, the lake, I see a family. I see a congregation in the pavilion, and it's a coach or a parent that I know. So I normally see him over there sometimes, but I don't stop. I blow the horn. This time I want to stop. Get out the car, and I talk to him. And his son is somebody who EJ, my son, first played basketball with. First time ever playing basketball, played with his son. I end up coaching his son later on, and me and this gentleman have been friends, parents, coaches for years. For years now, I've known the family, known his wife, known his kids, and had a chance to actually talk to his son that I haven't actually seen in years, since he was probably going into high school. And talked to his son and found out he's doing great things in the community, working at Chick-fil-A, taking kids on missions and retreats, and so many different things that this young man is doing, 23 years old. And like I said, I haven't talked to him in years. After talking to him, I had a chance to talk to his father, and his father is also in ministry. Like I said, they had a church sermon service going on out there, and told him about the podcast. He's going to be a future guest on the podcast. That's just beginning of my day. Like, it's before 1 o'clock. I had that. Turn around, come home, and started the second half of my day. So I'm not going to keep this going as long as I can go into part 2. Like I said, this is a bonus show, but I wanted to show you how life is 360, how life is so valuable, how life is always intertwined, connected. Cherish your loved ones. Yesterday, I had a chance to talk to that last thing. I had a chance to talk to Moody, and me and Moody, we're brothers, right? Cousins, were brothers. And talked about man-made holidays and celebrating things on man-made holidays. There's a whole nother controversy, whole nother thing. But I do believe we should celebrate our loved ones each and every day. So if this is not motivation, the stories that I've given you so far in this episode are not motivating, and does not motivate you to reach out and love the people who are around you. Reach out to dads, uncles, cousins, brothers. Love them. Kids, love them. Family members, love them. Your friends, love them. I promise you, they will remember it. I promise you, it'll make you feel better. In your lowest times, it'll make you feel better. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I'm out of here. Cousin Ed. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.